I wanted to read you a post I wrote on my Facebook profile a few days ago, which might be useful for you if you are in this kind of dynamics. So it says most people are in early childhood conditioned to associate the behaviors of narcissists or abusers with love. This happens for several reasons. Main is that if a home in which they grew up, they never felt safe, they will associate unsafety with love. And that's why it is very important to be later in life very, very careful who feels safe out of your space, because you will unconsciously only through the how the laws of attraction work be drawn to and be attracted to people who are projecting now onto you as a grown person this dynamic from your childhood. So every single person who grew up in unsafe environment should be extremely careful about who feels safe to them in the outer world, because unfortunately they are drawn to trauma bonding, and it's a big trap of a life. Those who got used to the fact that love was conditional and that they had to earn it early in childhood, even from their own mother, will unfortunately only be drawn to people who make them feel in the same way, and who will do everything to make them earn it all: affection, love, time, attention, just now from their partner. It's subconscious early years programming, and this doesn't have to be your whole life reality. Unconsciously, as a grown person, these people are only attracted to these kinds of behaviors and to these people. Why? Because they still seek, no matter now as a grown person, they still seek uh, the love from parent from whom they least got it as a child. That's the saddest part. And not getting it as a child and living through that again as a grown person is very, very painful. And that's also one of the reasons why people slip into all kinds of addictions. And the worst addiction is being addicted in a form of, I don't know, dopamine rush or dopamine hit to this kind of people. It's irrelevant if you're not drugging, if I can say that here, smoking, drinking, or having addictive behaviors. If you are messing your mind and your body and your entire life with this kind of people. I mean, this is the worst addiction, being addicted to those profiles uh, who will only keep you in a trap, and unfortunately not even being aware of what you're doing to yourself. Mind is powerful goal achieving machine that only has one job and purpose, and that is to make your beliefs and your reality coherent. You only seek same from your romantic partner now what you lived with the parent who gave you least love. Why? By doing this, you now for you now, it feels like a way to close the loop and finally heal old childhood wounds. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. Most end up trapped in life of chasing their abusers' breadcrumbs of love endlessly. Only and one way to heal is to cut all cords, to exit from the toxic dynamic now, and to go no contact forever, not for a while. I read somewhere, and I included that in this article, that God rest her soul. They even don't give her to rest. A recent late actress said for her abusive boyfriend that he had such a beautiful heart full of pain, just like mine. That's a classic example of trauma bonding trap. When you have more empathy for other person than you have for yourself, and you even find excuse for that. One is to have compassion, even to forgive, and that doesn't and shouldn't never include reconciliation. By cutting them, what you do, you unsubscribe from the narcissist's distorted version of reality and heal the trauma bond. It's very important because it's impossible to heal in the same environment that got you sick. Abusers and narcissists, all manipulative people, will do their best to make you hate all those parts of you that you used to love, that you once loved, all parts of yourself that you once loved. They are masters in exploiting your empathy for them. So the more empathy you have, the more they will do everything to exploit you in every shape or form. Those who really love you and truly care for you never do that. People who love you are always happy when you are your best self version. Abusers do the opposite. They are constantly dragging you down. This is important because you owe yourself, and you owe your future life and generations and future partner and future, through grace of God, children, to cut the all cords and curses and blockages of those previous, let's say, programs that are usually, unfortunately, inherited from generation to generation. And I ended this post with famous Jung's until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. That's also sad because most people go through the entire life not even aware that they had the tools and the power in form of their mind to unsubscribe, that's well said, from all previous subscriptions to abuse, to allowing others to feel comfortable and natural with crossing your boundaries. Many times I said, never mind who the person is. If you have set boundaries and they are ignoring that, the best you can do is ignore them. I think that this can be helpful for people who haven't yet brought the light of awareness of what they are in. It's also important to ignore the chapter that will, as I said, mind doesn't care about your success, it just cares about your survival. That's how we were wired when we had to run away from wild animals and search food, shelter, and care for our dear life and existence. So part of that brain is still in charge and cares only for your survival. It doesn't care about your success and how you feel. Ignore the mind. It will keep you in a trap of let's forgive them one more time. Usually if time is included, if years are involved, don't. It's a trap. It's a trap. Follow your heart. God gave you heart for the reason. Your heart has its own GPS and it will lead you where you should go without interference of the wrong chit-chat of your head. It's okay to forgive. I said many times, forgiveness only releases you from the weight that you should never carry, because it's also a trap. They don't give a F about you, and you are still through unforgiveness carrying all that weight. So forgive, but cut the cords. And as I said, and it's also Coelho's quote, God always finds beautiful ways to reward those who are willing to say goodbye to something that's not working. Always they are rewarded with new hello, better hello. Why are you settling for good or for less if that exiting your journey just means something much better is on its way? Read more Florence Scovel Shinn, where she that's awesome how she gives you guidance and step-by-step process to put you in a state of ease and flow. God never cancels one channel until 10 more have been prepared for you. God never closes doors for you until 100 new weren't prepared and open for you to just by your new intention and belief and faith walk through. More and more you should walk by faith, not by sight. If you're unsatisfied in your environment and in your circumstances, you should ignore them more. That's what means walk by faith, not by sight. Reality is old news produced with your previous thinking. What you think now creates your tomorrow. So the moment you stop reacting same to your circumstances, that's where you flip the coin, and that's when the game finally has changed for you, because as I said, reality and circumstances are always old news. Observe them less, imagine more, and not reacting in the same way on the same people, same situations, same triggers. That just means that your wound is through the power of light on its way to complete healing. Pause. The best way to stop reacting as you used to, because chains of habits are too weak to be felt until they become too strong to be broken. When you used to get triggered and react in the same way for years, it can be difficult to step into new behavior. But through the practice and repetition is very powerful. That's how you unsubscribe from all previous beliefs and step into the new, most powerful beliefs. Pause, breathe. All great spiritual teachers, including Eckhart Tolle, said that if they could give only one practice for all of us, that would be breath awareness. Which I'm doing often, even while I'm speaking, and you sometimes never even notice it. So breathe, pause, breathe, and then observe your reaction to react. Because people can trigger you, but you owe yourself the power to have control over your response. And trust me, the biggest surprise for them will be when you no longer react how you used to. Some of them will even get mad because they haven't caused the same type of behaviors and they haven't pissed you off. Pardon my French. Excuse my French. Be more boring to your guardian angels. Your guardian angels are angry and mad at you when you complain how lonely or how sad you are. Your guardian angel was assigned to you in order for you to be boring to him or her. Why are you complaining and seeking soothe and comfort and reinforcement and encouragement from others when you have your own guardian angels, even more than one, but one as a form of your higher self always around you? Speak to your guardian angel, to your higher self more often. You can never become boring to your guardian angel because a guardian angel's only job is to remind you how to recalibrate, to realign, and to go through this journey, as I said, and as Bruce Lee said long time ago, be like water, like bamboo tree, strong, but still when wind is blowing, he can also adjust. That's the power. That's be like water. Get the form of what's happening. In a sense, like you can't be the same version of yourself towards everyone, towards some young child, towards your best friends, towards your... No, you have a version of you that's adjusting according to who's in front of you. And what you do, you never adjust to you when you're looking yourself in the mirror. Speak kind to yourself. Never be rude, because as I said, subconscious mind has zero sense of humor. Your neurons are always recording. Knowing this fact, try as a matter of fact to be your greatest cheerleader. Love your children more. Life will treat them and train them about resistance. Don't put your part on them. So that was for today. I wanted first of all to read you that post because I think that it can be eye-opening for someone who is unaware of what's happening and what's the dynamic behind the scenes. If they're aware that that's something that they shouldn't be doing, why? No, nothing is wrong with you, as never is. It's just a false program installed in you till the age of 7, but that wasn't your fault. That wasn't my fault. My programs also weren't my fault. but my fault would be to never address them and to never replace them. Have an awesome day, and I hope that this was helpful.